Do y'all ever feel like you just have too much stuff? The closet is overflowing, the garage is overflowing, or like me, that chair of donations is really overflowing? That's where Adios comes in. They're a local Austin service that makes it ridiculously easy to say goodbye to your old stuff and feel good doing it. Go to sayadios.com and order a bag, fill it up, text them, and they will pick it up from your doorstep. So get on over there, use code CITYCAST for 50% off. That's sayadios.com. One bag, one text, one less thing on your mind. Whether you think the University of Texas campus is like the Vatican, a city within a city, or an ingrained part of Austin, we can all agree that it's bustling with action and flavor. So today on CityCast Austin, we're talking about what to do, see, drink, eat, and where to gather in and around UT's 40 acres. It's Tuesday, October 21st. I'm Nikki Devon, and this is what Austin's talking about. Hello, I'm here with Deborah Hallam, co-founder of the 1972 Pub. What's up, Deborah?
Not much. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for being here again. And we're here with our executive producer, Eva Ruth Moravec. What's up, Eva Ruth?
Hook 'em horns.
So we are here today to give you a little bit of a guide, of our personal guide on the UT campus, what's on campus and around campus, because, you know, the campus is not as big as I thought it was. I thought it sprawled past Guadalupe, past, 26th Street. I thought it was sprawling, and it is really only 40 acres. So
it just has a big presence.
It has a big presence. It does.
Yes.
So I'm going to start off what, my favorite things are eating and drinking. Restaurants around UT are unique, and some of them don't last long, and some of them have been here forever. It takes a lot for a bar restaurant to survive the summer lull when students and teachers aren't around. So there's always something new to try, and, always going back to your old favorites. Let's get into some of our favorite places to eat and drink on campus. Eva Ruth, why don't you go first?
All right. I am the local restaurateur here, so that totally makes sense.
Well, I'm saving the best for last, obviously.
So my recommendations, I would say the first one is Texas French Bread. This is an old school local restaurant and bakery that serves breakfast and lunch. And right now they're serving only in the garden. The restaurant actually burned down in 2022, and the owner, Murph Wilcott, has been posting these updates of how things are going on his Substack, which I love. You can still eat there for now, with their truck, but then also support them through, they have a Table 22 membership program where you get a weekly box of rotating fresh bread, pastries, and sweets. So it's like a little produce box, but with carbs.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Right up my alley.
Yeah. So that's one pretty close to campus option. And then another also very close to campus, because that's the topic, is Food Heads. Is one of my favorite restaurants in town. It's up on 34th Street, and they have daily specials, daily sandwiches, regular staples like roast beef and brie on toasted ciabatta. They have a Bella, a really good portobello sandwich, smoked salmon bagel. Honestly, it's a really fat, delicious sandwich that New Yorkers would even appreciate.
No, I love a sandwich.
Yeah. And then my last little recommendation is, it might seem like an obvious one, but one of my favorite places to go, I went to UT for grad school most recently. I was there for an undergrad too, but I wasn't doing much studying then. But in grad school, I did like to study at Medici. There's a location on Guadalupe, and it's just this 2-story, like really big space. It has great windows and natural light and really good like chai. I always had the chai or the oat milk lattes. But note, you will see professors there, so, go at your own risk, I would say, if you're a student.
Yeah, I know of a professor that loves mac and cheese. Yeah, so that's a good heads up.
Maybe that's the scene. It's more for like the grad professor scene than the party animals. But yeah, it's a pretty space.
So for me, it's technically my two are just outside of UT campus across from Amy's Ice Cream. The first one is on 37th and Guadalupe, and it's called Orabello's Kitchen and Bar. And it's like Filipino-inspired food. They have wings and burgers, pizza, lumpia, ube tres leches. The food is good. It's reasonably priced. But the other reason that I go there, if we're being honest, is that they have trivia and karaoke on Wednesdays.
Oh my gosh.
We went to trivia and then they were like, okay, that's the end of trivia. And then I looked up and a person had like a clipboard. It was like karaoke, like handed me a mic. And I was like, oh, now there's karaoke? Oh yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
At the same night?
Same night. Wednesday night is trivia and karaoke. And then they also have an open mic on Thursdays.
Nice.
And then closer in, Tweety's is it's my other pick for just like a good place to grab a drink. One of the owners of Tweety's is also the owner of Volstead and Hotel Vegas and kind of tropical. So it's like vintage and it's like a vintage, playful rock and roll vibe, right? It's really cute. The drinks are good. They're cheap by Austin standards anyway. Plus they have some sort of special every single day. They have markets, DJs, music. There's like kind of always something going on. They don't have a kitchen, but they have 3 food trucks on site. They have Zucchini Kill Bakery, Little Nona's, and Guppies. I'm really picky about food trucks. And also I don't like eating outside. But for me, they have a big patio and it's nice to drink on that patio. So yeah, Tweety's is a cool place to just go grab a drink. Deborah, what about you?
Ooh, so y'all have named some really nice ones. I think it depends on what you're looking for, right? Like, you mentioned the bakeries, right? If you want a bakery, that's the best one here. If you want drinks, what does that look like? A lot of people here recommended us, and we found that there's some great Mexican food and drinks at El Patio, and it's just long Austin tradition right here at West Campus.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's the old school, right? Can't forget about our Austin tradition, Kirby Lane.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, that's right.
For sure. Gotta love Kirby Lane.
Yeah, the students, its hours are great for a UT college campus. And yeah, it's definitely an Austin tradition.
Also pancakes.
Yeah.
Pancakes.
Also sticky everything.
Oh, it's so sticky there.
But it's worth it.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
Deb, y'all probably don't have much time to like peruse the UT campus area around meal times, I'm guessing, at the 1972 pub.
That's right.
Because y'all have great food and drinks too.
We do.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, we think we do. We absolutely have great, what we consider a bit of elevated bar food. And so that's your wings and your dips for appetizers. Everyone loves our burger, our chicken sandwich, right? Things that, that's the great thing about a place like Austin, which has a lot of restaurants, is they seem to, you have a focus in the food. And so it's easy to go and support all of them depending on what you're hungry for that meal.
Yeah, I will say that your chicken sandwich is top tier. I will say that. It's delicious.
Thank you.
I just got home from a vacation, and though I had a great time, all I could think about was getting back to my bed. Because in my bed, there's no tossing and turning. I have all the pillows I need, and I have my favorite set of Cozy Earth sheets, which keep me comfortable all throughout the night. Now, y'all have heard me talk about these before, but you have got to try them. It's risk-free because they have a 100-night sleep trial. So honestly, if you don't like them, you can send them back. But if you do like them, and I think you might, you will get a 10-year warranty, so you can enjoy them for a long, long time. So head on over to CozyEarth.com and of course use my code CozyAustin for 40% off. And if you get a post-purchase survey, make sure you let them know that you heard it from me. Because your bed should be more than a place to sleep. It should be your happy place. Cozy Earth makes that possible. I'm going to keep you in the hot seat, speaking of 1972. So, there's so much going on at UT, from sporting events to performing arts, exceptional libraries, museums. And so we want to talk about what to do or see around the 40 acres. I mean, I'm not going to step on your toes here at all, but like what you could do is go to the 1972 pub.
Yeah.
And sit on that glorious back patio.
And watch a women's sporting event.
And watch a women's sporting event. But I don't know, Deborah, what are some of the things that you like to get into around campus?
Yeah, we have a lot of folks, and this area, right? You've got Bass Concert Hall. You've got lots of university productions going on campus at the different buildings. And so a lot of people they'll come over here, have a meal before they go to a show. Or museums. We have so much to see here at UT campus, right? You've got the Blanton Art Museum.
Mm-hmm.
You've got, I learned about a place that I have never been to, y'all. This was just last week. The Stark Center. Are y'all familiar with that at the stadium?
No.
Yeah, I am not familiar with this place. I need to go, but it is a research exhibit on sports and physical fitness.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
And it's at our football stadium. I hear it's like on the 5th floor or something like that. So, but there's lots to do, whether it's theater or you want to walk and look at an exhibit, and all of it exists right here. But absolutely, we do have a lot of folks who'll come dine with us and then go do those things.
The Stark Center for Physical Culture and Sports. It looks awesome.
That's so cool.
And here's the thing, as a side note, not to be all rah-rah, but I don't know if you've never been inside the Darrell K. Royal Stadium. If you've never been inside of it, it's actually beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. There's a lot of leather and a few dead animals, but you're in Texas. You know what I mean? Like there's a little taxidermy, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And the Stark Center for Physical Culture and Sports, it's like, oh yeah, beautiful rugs, leather furniture, long, beautiful tables. Yep, that tracks.
A museum for our athletes.
Yeah.
Why not? That's so cool. Yeah.
I never knew this existed.
I did not either. And the young man that runs the place came in the other day and invited us to come check it out. And I was like, I've never heard of this. And he was explaining that there's a lot to learn from their research that they've included in it. So I'm very excited. I can't wait. I got to go check it out.
That's so cool.
Yeah, this is great. What about you, Eva Ruth? What are some things that you like to do or see around UT campus?
Well, I have a few favorites. So one thing right off of the campus, kind of close to the Texas French Bread restaurant, is there's so much vintage shopping to do in like one little concentrated area.
Yeah.
And back in the day, I remember it was just Buffalo Exchange.
Yeah, it used to be just Buffalo.
And then it just sort of like grew off of that. Yeah. And now there's Rags Revenge, Never Knew, Leopard Lounge, Out of the Closet, Lo-Fi Vintage. There's all this stuff. You could just walk and shop in a little chunk of Guadalupe. So that's one really fun thing to do. And every Sunday from noon to 6 p.m., there's a Guad Vintage Market that takes place. So be sure and check that out. And I mean, especially now is a really good time to go if you're looking for a Halloween costume or some new stuff for the fall, if we ever get that weather. But then on campus, this is very niche, but the UT Carillon is the like fancy name for the bells inside of the bell tower. So, the main tower at UT, there are people there inside that play like the bells, and they have a really cute Instagram account. I am a music lover, and it's just so fun to see these students like mashing on these giant pedals and stuff. And they do concerts on Thursdays and Fridays at 5. And, you know, you can hear it from anywhere nearby. Like, it's a giant vicinity. So that's one kind of little fun niche thing to do. Deb, have you done this?
I have not, but I have heard about
Okay.
it. I did think of another little crazy Austin spot.
Yes.
Tell us.
The Cactus Cafe. We cannot forget the Cactus Cafe. It is such
Yes.
an intimate space to go listen to music and have a drink.
We're so lucky to have that. Like,
Yes.
student, I mean, I always kick myself for not going there more when I was in school there.
Cactus Cafe. And I think the thing that also has to be, like, it's so intimate and
Mhm.
a lot of people play there. So, like, they've seen people like Lyle Lovett, Robert Earl Keen, Lucinda Williams, Alison Krauss. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
lots of people have played there. And I think there's music there almost every night. If not every
Mhm.
night, very, very often. So, yeah, absolutely Cactus
It's
Cafe.
just like a little cozy corner of the
I
union.
love it.
Yeah.
I love
You
it.
feel like your friend or family, you've been invited, right? To them just to sit down and
Yeah.
play. That's the way I
Yes.
felt when the times I've been there.
Totally.
Yeah, like you're in someone's living room.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I love it.
Yeah. So what's on your list?
So first of all, off top, just like Cactus Cafe, I have to say Hole in the Wall.
Oh, my neighbor.
Your neighbor.
It's your neighbor. It's like always my first choice of something to do near campus because they have live music damn near every night. But for sure, Wednesday through Sunday music. The drinks are very reasonable. But it's a quintessential dive bar. They've been there since 1974. It's iconic. You could tell it's been there since 1974. But it's just like if you want to go somewhere and it's divey, it's fun, it's open till 2 a.m. You know what I mean? Like, get a nice cheap drink, hear some band you've maybe never heard of before, or maybe a band that's been awesome forever.
Yes.
And the other thing is like we all know about Bass Concert Hall, but there are a few other really cool theaters and venues on campus that has some really cool shit. The McCullough Theater, the Bates Recital Hall, and Hogg Auditorium are a couple of them. And like, you can see Carrie Rodriguez's Laboratorio on November 2nd at the McCullough Theater. Wynton Marsalis is going to be at the Hogg Memorial
Nice.
Auditorium on November 15th.
Wow.
Like, what?
That's amazing.
Yeah. And the tickets for the shows are pretty affordable too. Like, some of them are as low as $10 depending on what you go see. Some are all the way up to, $50, $60. But if you're a student, a lot of times those tickets are free. So you can go see a free show. And it's all on the Texas Performing Arts website. So yeah.
That's right.
And a little tip, if you're going to any of those places, do not try to park on campus. You
No.
will be annoyed. You will be late. You will miss the first 15 minutes of the show. It will be a pain in the ass to try to leave. Uber there or park nearby.
Here's a hack. I don't know if it's a hack. This is maybe I should say this is an old people. This is an old people hack. Next time you're going, this is going to sound outrageous, but the next time you go to Bass Concert Hall, valet park. It's going to cost you $60, but if there are 4 of you in the car,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? It's going to be the best $25, $30 you've ever spent just to come out of Bass Concert Hall and have your car right there and be able to
Stress-free.
drive away. It's stress free.
Yeah.
You could just pull right up
Mhm.
and a cutie patootie little college person will take your car and park it and then you go inside. I'm sorry, it was worth it. I will do it every time from now on. Worth it. The new Campus Protection Act is being challenged, and a court ruled it was unenforceable. But we all know that that's not the end of it. It's changed quite a few things about protesting at UT, which is something that university students have always done there. It's what I did there when I went there. If the act is reinstated, students are no longer allowed to protest after 10 p.m. and during certain times of the school year, and people who aren't affiliated with the university aren't allowed to participate at all. So, regardless of the act, regardless of what happens, we wanted to talk about some alternative spots to gather that aren't your typical protest or gathering spots, because sometimes it's just gathering is a form of resistance, right? And creating community is what we should be doing anyway. And so we just wanted to talk a little bit about like, you know, places that you could go and, you know, do the things that you want to do that that are near UT's campus. And I said this at the beginning, and I'm going to reiterate this. Take a look at UT's campus map. It is not as sprawling as you think it is. I was surprised when I looked at the map. Okay, so what about you, Eva Ruth? You want to go first?
Sure. I think one place that's really cool and close to campus is Peace Park. It is the first public park in Austin, I learned recently. It's very large. It's like a long, kind of slender park. There's an off-leash dog section. Shoal Creek goes through it, and it's really lovely place to walk along the trail and up into the woods kind of area. There's one concentrated area called Kingsbury Commons where you can gather, and there's a ton of picnic tables that are really nicely located under some shade trees. There are food trucks, and there's even a troll, Malin. If you haven't visited the troll, I highly recommend it. Malin is holding a bowl and is a reminder of how we should share our water and our resources with the animals. And Malin is this giant troll made by Danish artist Thomas Dambo, and it's made mostly of recycled, repurposed, or found materials. So I think it's a good little spiritual vibe around Peace Park, and holds a ton of people, you know, for whatever you're doing. And then on the other side of campus, kind of going south from the mall, you know, the main mall at UT and everything, is the Texas Capitol Mall. The mall goes from basically MLK all the way down to the Texas Capitol. And it used to be, you know, this regular downtown street scene, you know, where there was traffic and everything, but they've closed all that off, and it's a 4-block pedestrian mall, really nice grass to sit on and gather on, great little sculptures around, and yeah, lots of green space. So if you get kicked off of the campus, go down there.
Yeah.
That's my recommendation.
I love it. What about you, Deborah?
Well, my first thought was Peace Park. Thank you for that, because I think that's a great space for everyone to gather. I think, too, something to think about is you've got all of this space, and it's not like it's shaded or park or anything like that, but don't forget, it has an edge around campus, and you can stand on those sidewalks and gather all you want. So, for example, we're, you know, like our street, we're just across the street. It's super long, right? I mean, it goes all the way down. It's got the co-op. It's got the other side is a lot of fast food restaurants, but this university has an edge, and we should, if they have to, take advantage of that edge, even if it's a sidewalk. Fill it up.
I love that.
Live on the edge.
Yes, I love it.
We do have some things coming up that'll be on the outside on the sidewalk, which is like, you know, registering to vote, right? That's one of the big efforts that will be coming up is we have to make sure these students are registered to vote. People here close to campus are registered to vote. So that's probably the first thing that's big that's coming up for something like that.
And that's part of that whole Campus Protection Act, too, is trying to limit that activity, voter registration on campus. So having those edges like you're talking about, that's going to be crucial to registration.
Yes. Yeah.
What about you, Nikki? Where do you like to gather?
Well, for me, I was thinking Adam Hempel Park or Eastwood's Neighborhood Park. And both of those, so Eastwood's Neighborhood Park is right off of Dean Keaton on the north side of the street. So again, at the edge. And Adams Hempel Park is over where where Tweety's and the old Trudy's used to be. It's this beautiful stretch of park over there. And it's just open with opportunity to picnic or gather, talk about change, make good trouble, have fun. It's just an open space.
Nice.
And also, I said this earlier, literally anywhere on West Campus, because technically that is not the University of Texas campus. Anywhere. on West Campus. So if you're a drinker, Cain and Abel's, The Cauldron, Arab Cowboy. If you're not a drinker, you can go see a show, a cabaret show, or a play at the Austin Playhouse. Or they have this program where you can create your own play and submit it to Austin Playhouse. And so if you have something to say and you can put it in the form of a play, that can also be considered exercising your rights and resistance and making your voice heard. So why not write a play about somebody that you might want to write a play about?
Very clever.
Yeah. And you can also head over again to the other side of Dean Keaton to Posse East, Crown and Anchor. The ballroom at Spider House is a great place to gather. You can also see a show. And the other thing that I thought about is the Neil Cochran House and Museum. You can visit that museum or you can volunteer. They have really great programming and opportunities to learn about Austin's complicated history. They have this like slave quarters tour. Harrison Eppright, friend of the pod, runs this tour, and it's interesting and awesome. And you can spend time with your homies and community by giving back to the community and learning about this city. That's also a way to, you know, make change in our city. So there are all these ways, especially west of campus, that you can just get into some good stuff and have fun and maybe feel a little less restricted than people might be feeling right now.
But something to think about is as we are getting out and spending our money and gathering and spending our time, make sure you know where you're spending your money. Because people talk about having a voice, and that's what protest is. That's what rebellion, that's what those things are, is having a voice. You have a voice when you vote. So everyone should be running when it's time to vote. And you also have a voice every time you spend $1. I think that people are starting to discover that they may say they support you because they want your money, but learning politically and behind the scenes, they do not. And we all should be very aware of those things.
Yeah, recently I was at a meeting of LGBTQIA plus people, and we got FaceTime with the DA, Jose Garza, and we just talked about whether or not we were feeling safe in the city. And I got to say, I was so pleased to see that more than half of the people in that room were students. Like speaking up, making their voice heard, asking hard questions about campus, about H-1-2 visas on campus. Just so it really gives me hope for our students. It really gives me hope that like they're aware, they know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like they're working, they're doing the thing, they're doing the stuff.
They're learning.
Yes.
They're learning. Yeah.
And I think like we can't forget about the LBJ Presidential Library.
Yes.
Because like if you are needing a little inspiration or you want to figure out like where is your role in issues and complicated issues and you know, it's a good place to go and just like think about, you know, get into his legacy a little bit. And LBJ, you know, he was, I think there are people who love him, don't love him, all of the things. But, you know, he, while he was president, he did protect civil rights advocates marching from Selma to Montgomery, you know, and he was making sure that like there was space for people to protest the government and different ideas.
Yeah. Texas politics has always been complicated. And it's only getting more complicated. So I love just suggesting to go back to remember, like, kind of where we came from, where we're going, how we can continue to have the same rights. But yeah, also, we've also given you a bunch of cool stuff to do around UT campus.
Yay!
There's a bunch of great things that you can get into.
And we barely even talked about like sports and
I know, like we didn't even mention the sports. That's like there's so much to do. UT is a beautiful campus.
It is.
Deborah, thank you so much for being here today and having this great conversation about campus.
Woo!
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And again, hook 'em horns.
Oh my goodness. Till next time, we'll see y'all. That's all for today here on CityCast Austin. We'll have the link to the 1972 pub and the places we talked about in our show notes. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend that you want to take to the 1972 pub? Rate the show, leave us a review, subscribe to our Hey Austin newsletter, and if you really dig us and you like this conversation and you had fun, support us by becoming a neighbor today at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye, y'all.